Hello everybody, my name is Jaden Bodden and today I'm going to be presenting the life and legacy of Benjamin Bugsy Siegel. So who was Bugsy Siegel? Benjamin Bugsy Siegel was born on February 28, 1906 in Brooklyn, New York, to Jewish immigrant parents from Austria. He grew up in a crowded tenement in Williamsburg surrounded by poverty, gang violence, and discrimination. These early experiences shaped his pursuit of power and wealth. Even as a teenager, Siegel stood out for his fearlessness and aggression. He quickly became involved in street gangs and illegal rackets. Soon he would earn the nickname Bugsy because of his unpredictable and violent temper. People said he was as crazy as a bedbug. Although he detested the name, it followed him throughout his entire criminal career. Siegel was a complex figure, equal parts enforcer and visionary. His story is one of ambition, violence, charm, and ultimately a legacy that helped define organized crime in Las Vegas as we know it today. Early life and criminal beginnings. From an early age, Siegel demonstrated street smarts and a willingness to do whatever it took to survive. In his teens, he met Mayor Lansky, who would become a lifelong partner in crime and one of the most influential figures in the American Mafia. The two formed a strong bond based on mutual respect, business savvy, and a shared vision for expanding organized crime. They started out extorting local vendors through a protection racket, threatening violence unless they were paid off. These early criminal enterprises were crude, but also effective. It laid the groundwork for their rise in New York's criminal underworld. Siegel's role as the muscle balanced Linsky's intelligence and caution, making them the perfect team. The Bugs and Mayor Mob. During the 1920s and early 1930s, as prohibition gripped in the United States, the demand for illegal alcohol created massive opportunities for criminals. Siegel and Lansky formed the Bugs and Mayor Mob, a group known for bootlegging, gambling operations, and enforcement services. Their organization was feared not only for its brutality but also admired for its efficiency and discipline. Unlike many other gangs, the Bugs and Mayor Mob was ethnically diverse and open to alliances with other criminal groups. Siegel personally carried out numerous hits and developed a reputation as one of the most ruthless killers in New York. This reputation would follow him throughout his life and earn him a place among the top tiers of organized crime. Rise in the national syndicate. In the 1930s, the criminal landscape began to shift towards centralized control. Organized crime leaders like Lucky Luciano and Lansky envisioned a national syndicate. This would be an alliance of major crime families across the country. Siegel was invited to play a key role in this new structure. He became a founding member of Murder, Inc. It was a group that handled contract killings and ensured mob rules were enforced. His job required not only violence but also diplomacy. As he traveled and liaised between various mob factions, he enforced discipline and helped create a more organized and profitable criminal economy. Siegel's status as a trusted enforcer gave him incredible influence within the syndicate. Hollywood and the West Coast move. By the mid-1930s, Siegel was assigned to oversee the syndicate's interests on the West Coast. Moving to Los Angeles offered him a fresh start and new business opportunities. There, he quickly embedded himself in the glamorous world of Hollywood. He became close with celebrities like George Raft and Clark Gable, attending lavish parties and becoming a regular in gossip columns. At the same time, Siegel continued his criminal activities, running illegal gambling, narcotics, and prostitution operations. He also began laundering money through legitimate businesses, blurring the lines between crime and respectability. Siegel's lifestyle on the West Coast was a mix of ruthless enterprise and glittering showmanship, reinforcing his image as both gangster and celebrity. Las Vegas vision and Flamingo investment. Siegel's most ambitious project began in the 1940s when he turned his attention to Las Vegas. Nevada had just recently legalized gambling, and Siegel saw an opportunity to build something unprecedented. He envisioned a luxury casino resort that would cater to the rich, famous, powerful, combining gaming, entertainment, and fine dining in one location. He took over the Flamingo Hotel project and poured himself into its design. However, the project quickly spiraled out of control. Siegel demanded only the best materials imported from across the world and insisted on a level of elegance unheard of in the desert. Construction delays, theft, mismanagement, and a ballooning budget growing from just $1 million to over $6 million caused concern among his mob administrators. Siegel's refusal to be transparent about the spending fueled rumors that he was skimming money from the project. Opening the Flamingo Hotel. Despite the mounting pressure, Siegel opened the Flamingo on December 26, 1946. But things did not go as planned. Only a portion of the resort was completed, the weather was poor, and turnout was extremely low. Many celebrities declined to attend. The casino hemorrhaged money in its first weeks, and the press called it a flop. Siegel shut it down temporarily, promising a relaunch. The hotel reopened in early 1947, and this time it began turning a profit. But the damage to Siegel's reputation had already been done. His mob backers, frustrated with the losses and convinced of financial misconduct, began discussing the possibility of removing him permanently. The success of the Flamingo would come, but not in time to save Siegel. Downfall and assassination. On June 20th, 1947, Siegel was at the Beverly Hills home of his girlfriend, Virginia Hill. He sat on the couch reading a newspaper when 9 bullets were fired through the window. He died instantly. The hit was swift, professional, and never officially solved. But almost everyone believes it was orchestrated by the syndicate. They had lost millions on the Flamingo and had run out of patience. Within hours of his death, news reached the Flamingo staff and new management had already taken control. Siegel's execution was as dramatic as his life, violent, sudden, and surrounded by mystery. It marked the end of his personal journey, but the beginning of something much larger, the golden age of Las Vegas. Legacy and impact on Las Vegas. Although Bugsy Siegel didn't live to see the full impact of his vision, his contributions to Las Vegas were profound. The Flamingo became the blueprint for the modern casino resort, combining luxury, entertainment, and gambling under one roof. Siegel proved that Las Vegas could attract more than just low-stakes gamblers. It could be a destination for celebrities, executives, and international tourists. His idea helped transform Las Vegas from a dusty roadside town into the entertainment capital of the world. Today, the city stands as a testament to his ability to dream big, even if his methods were deadly. Bugsy Siegel in popular culture. Bugsy Siegel's larger-than-life story has captured the imagination of filmmakers, authors, and historians for decades. He's been portrayed in films, TV shows, documentaries, and even novels. The 1991 film Bugsy, starring Warren Beatty, helped reintroduce his story to a new generation, portraying him as a complex and charismatic anti-hero. He's often romanticized as the gangster who dared to dream, who brought style to crime, and who paid the price for stepping out of line. While the real Siegel was far more violent and self-serving than these portrayals suggest, his cultural impact cannot be denied. He remains a lasting symbol of the intersection between crime and ambition. The dual legacy. Bugsy Siegel's life is one of contradictions. He was brutal yet visionary, feared yet admired. His story reflects the dark side of the American dream, how raw ambition, when coupled with violence, can leave behind both destruction and innovation. He helped shape the American mafia and at the same time planted the seeds for one of the world's most iconic cities. Though he lived and died as a criminal, his influence extended far beyond the underworld. In Las Vegas, his dream continues to shine in lights long after the man himself was gone. Thank you guys so much for joining in on my presentation. Hope you enjoyed, and thank you again.